Hello, hola, ¿cómo está?
Hi.
Hola,
Oh,
habla
Spanish.
español. Okay, I like it.
Poquito hablo español, sí. Hello, thank you so much for joining me. How are you feeling?
Great.
Very
Lovely
good.
to be here.
Very good, thank you. So today we're going to talk about transformation, change, both in business and your personal life. At this point in your life, you've both had a lot of success as well as entrepreneurs. What's your secret sauce to transformation?
Never giving up. And I think just literally letting the ball roll. It's like a snowball, isn't it? If you have to look for it and you have to hunt it out and you have to push for it, that's not the direction. And every time I've just let the universe decide for me what my next step is,
It will come to you.
it's just happened. Let's take Bali. He always wanted to do something.
Actually,
We've
this
been to Bali.
Very interesting.
And
We tried to do it
we went
here.
a million times with a big investor, and he had took us and wanted us, and then the very last minute he didn't do it, and we just found this little plot of land as well that we were looking at by accident, and we bought it.
But
And
even
now
before that, actually,
we're doing it.
3 years before
This is your
that,
hotel. This is your hotel.
yeah,
correct?
our hotel, yeah.
But we didn't go for us. We went for somebody else.
Yeah.
And then I was like, there's no way I'm going to Bali. It's way too far. I haven't been there before.
We pushed for it, but then all of a sudden the universe kind of put the opportunity there for us. So
And
I said,
then
okay.
something completely different happened. He came back and he's like, I want this land. And I was like, okay, let's go. And now, it just has a way of showing you what's right.
100%. And also, according to those lines, be open for switching your goal along the way. Because a lot of entrepreneurs, they focus on one thing and they're not really open for switches along the way.
Or signs.
Or signs. And I think sometimes you have to take them because it can switch your, source of business.
Sometimes you're so focused on getting to the big thing, right? Like, oh my God, I want to be this to a billionaire, right? And I understand it because social media is sort of presented that way to us. Instead of going, oh, if I just took this first step first, this would be the snowball effect of smaller, bigger, and suddenly it's like a train.
100%.
And but someone's so focused on this, on the castle.
The hotel is a perfect example because I really wanted to just go into the big leagues, buying and getting a big hotel.
I didn't, because I don't want to work for someone.
Yeah.
I don't want investors. I don't want everything else. And I've never slept so peacefully because we own the land. We're building it. But if we can't afford to pay for it this month, you know what happens? Nothing.
Nothing happened because we don't depend on anybody. We fully own it. Yeah. So obviously I wanted the big hotel, but I know it will come along the way because I'm going to open one location, another one, and then I'm going to,
The great thing is, it doesn't matter if obviously we would like it to open faster, but it doesn't matter if it took 1 year, 10 years, 3 years, doesn't matter. It's our control.
Yeah, for sure. And talking about, you touched on social media there. Are you au fait with AI? Do you leverage AI and artificial intelligence in your business ventures?
We use it a lot, to be honest. I mean, ChatGPT is fantastic.
Is that AI?
It's in a way of AI. We use ChatGPT a lot, I mean, in a daily basis.
I don't even know what that is. I'm like, ChatGPT, that chat thing.
I mean, AI...
And what about with your children? Do you introduce it to your kids? Do they use it?
Yeah, well, the kids already know. They introduce it to me. Everything I get stuck on. I mean, I'm also, my husband's like a giant kid, right? So they tell me everything that comes out.
AI is extremely valuable if you know how to use it. So for all the photo editing, we use it a lot for videos, so there's just a lot of tools that, even yesterday, I mean, you used to be able to, you need to hire a company to convert some kind of files to a different files, and you literally put in, in ChatGPT, and it just does it like this. So it is just extremely valuable.
I am old school. He's all the tech stuff, which is great.
We're in the same generation, Caroline, so it's kind of that between.
I find it very hard to catch up. There you go. You need to have like a younger husband.
And actually, look, someone very successful said always, the only industries that are undisruptible by AI, they are hospitality, and I think just actually only hospitality. That's why most of the fashion brands are switching now into hospitality business, because AI ended up taking over a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
because the
And speaking of
experience.
fashion, both of you
Mhm.
are massive fashion icons. And I was reading recently about the CEO of Chanel and how she had to get a seat at the table, being a woman and a woman of color. How do you both dress for success? What's your key?
Well, I mean, I think if you follow me, you see I have these lookbooks. I have people that come and help me. Dressing for success is extremely, extremely important in what I do.
Mhm.
You know, I have women's retreats. I have, you know, my sort of branding, and the whole brand is the way I look and feel at this age.
It's
And
your identity at the end. You know, you really showcase who you are through your clothes.
And that's why women look up to me. And that is, you know, I think it's so important. You don't have to spend as much money as me, don't get me wrong, but you do have to feel your best self. You do have to
Yeah.
get up and get dressed.
Yeah, for sure. We both look fantastic all of the time. And Caroline, is it your birthday next week?
It is.
Happy birthday for next week, feliz cumpleaños. And
Thank
Sergio, you have 1 year to prepare for the big milestone birthday.
you. Yes,
Have
I
you
know.
got
He's
any
so
surprises?
I mean, I'm hoping we're gonna do it in Bali, to be honest, and a whole massive party, maybe. I don't know.
Amazing. That sounds lovely. Well, you look absolutely incredible. As a fellow parent, I have actually my children have gone back to school today and they recorded a couple of messages for you. So hopefully I can get a chance to play them to you. Do you have any top parenting tips? What are your parenting tips, co-parenting tips?
Co-parenting, you know, I think just to back each other up as much as you can. You know, obviously there are days where you want to kill each other still. So, you know, sometimes you don't back each other. But, and my other big co-parenting tip is just remember there's no such thing as divorce when you've got kids. So I think it's extremely important to, you know, hold your breath, take a deep breath, and make it work under any circumstance, because at the end of the day, the only people that lose out are you and your children. So, you know, I think that that is the key to a success. And that's finally, I think, where my ex-husband and I are, and we're in a really, really good place. We're going out tomorrow night. It's my son's birthday, actually.
And
So
Caroline always says that even when you divorce, you're still gonna be a family. Nothing really breaks apart from just living in different
and
houses,
I
you
made
know.
sure that like that was
And
something that he had never had to deal with before.
and I was very clear as well with him in the beginning. I was like, look, you know, we're humans, you know, I don't want anything from you. You're amazing, you know, and we had, you know, just incredible time all together, you know.
Yeah, and that's really interesting because I was reading recently, you were talking about, Caroline, your friends that live in gilded palaces, you know, divorce not dead. And what would you kind of tell your younger self? What would the advice be to your younger self?
I mean, I wouldn't change anything that I've done now, to be honest, but to follow you know, I married the right person then, but was I really looking? I think I was in a rush. I think, you know, everyone was getting married. It was a thing to do. You know, I didn't have enough for my parents. You know, I felt like I was being left on the shelf. My mother got married very young. Everyone's like looking at you, and then you kind of feel like you need a man. I had my heart broken. So I think I just, you know, my younger self is don't be in such a rush for all these things. You know, I had a very grown up life. If you saw pictures of me back then versus now, I look older then. I was head to toe in Chanel. I was head to toe, you know, I wanted to be this sort of wife. And actually, that's what in the end actually broke me. I don't want to go to business meetings and host dinners just for work colleagues. I don't want to be this, you know, housewife. I live a very young, crazy life now. I'm on the back of a motorbike. I travel the world with this one. You know, we
really have so much fun. I think that's something that
have a
we share
naughty
together,
sex
you
life.
know.
You know, nothing is off the shelf.
We don't
You
want
know
to be
what I mean?
serious. We don't want to, you
No.
know, it's just
Yeah,
not.
for sure. Is there anything that keeps you up at night? What keeps you up at night?
Well, I had a lot that kept me up at night. You know, I was being sued and all of these kind of things. I got divorced. But now, no, I'm completely at peace because I'm in control. And I've only just got there. And I'm 49 now. So
Wow.
just to work out the game of life. And the game of life is not how much is in your bank account. It's to have peace.
For sure. And I'm just going to do my daughter justice.
If
She's
you
got
could
this
go
question.
anywhere in the world, where would it be? Mine is Mexico.
So if you were
Oh,
to
I
go anywhere in the world, where would it be? How's is
That's
Mexico?
so good.
Well, we've been to Mexico, love Mexico. Where would we go now?
I mean, so many places, to be honest.
I want to try Bora Bora.
Bora Bora, then Vietnam, we have it there.
Oh, Vietnam.
Vietnam's
Nice.
amazing. Vietnam and Cambodia. Yeah,
Haven't
amazing.
been. We're about to go to Rwanda to see the gorillas. Oh, there's so many
There's
places.
so many places. We have amazing trips coming up.
And I would say to her, focus more on, you know, those experiences when you're young. Everyone says do it when you're older. I don't understand why. Do it now. She should do all of those lovely things now and travel the world if she can, and make that her base and her job. And, you know, if she's got an interest in that, follow all those
She'll be
experiences.
very, very happy. And my teenager made you some Dubai chocolate because their dad lives in Dubai and I live in London.
Oh, no way.
But obviously we couldn't get it to you, so it's been eaten, but hopefully I'll have the chance to give it to you in person one day. But thank you so much.
I enjoyed it. So nice
And
to meet you.
good luck with your birthday and Bali, and thank you so much for taking the time out.
Thank you.
So nice
Take
to meet you.
care. Adios.
Thank you. Bye.